Talk fun and spicy.
What
There he
up?
is. What's
Here I
up,
am. More
guys?
importantly, there she is.
There's Laws, dude. I
Hi.
She's
told you.
back, dude.
I told you. I saw her face in the fucking arrest records, dude.
I was wondering how long it was going to take for her to let them realize that she's a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, you know.
I
Sometimes she likes to
had
wait.
to do a lot of favors.
Trust me, we all know about favors, right?
Oh shit!
Dude, I was
Yeah, I had
thinking
to
about
what?
help build the wall.
I helped tear down the ballroom.
Yeah.
Jesus, she was over there being held in alligator Fort Alcatraz.
Jesus Christ. Well,
Jeez.
sorry about that, Lozzie, but we're glad that you're back and welcome back to the show.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
No, speaking of
Good to
what
see
were we
you
talking
guys.
about? Speaking of what? I don't even remember. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about a bit, dude. And I was like, I want to do bits. I want to do like a bit. But me, the only problem with me never doing bits, dude, is like I always feel like I have to go like eccentric. I have to have costumes and props and makeup, and lighting and all this. In reality, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you're it's just like I see these people all the time and they're just doing bits on their phone and they're recording on their phone, and they're like he shows them one time and maybe he's got like a rag on his head or something, like
Yeah.
it's the same guy. Well, and I was like, I want to do a bit. And I was thinking about what a good bit would be. And I was like, I thought about it and I was telling Kylie the other day, uh, so picture some kids, right? Some little kids, not little, but it's about maybe some teens, some 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds sitting around like in a little table or something in their dad's den. And they're talking about, oh man, my dad's such a badass, no, not as much of a badass as my dad. And he's like, nah, you guys don't know what you're talking about. 3 or 4 of them, right? And he's like, yeah, you know what? He's like, they used to call my dad Shotgun Tommy. That's his nickname. That's his name on the streets, Shotgun Tommy. And they were like, well, why do they call him Shotgun? Because he always had a shotgun on him. That's what he did. That's how he killed people. He took them out. And his dad walks in. His dad's like an old fucking mafia Italian guy. He comes in. He's like, what are you guys doing in here? And then he's like, oh, Dad, you're here. Dad. We're just telling how cool you are, how amazing you are. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, they call you Shotgun Tommy. He's like, Dad, you never even ever, you know what? You never really told me how you got that nickname. He's like, well, can you tell us? He's like, you don't want to hear that. Yeah, we do. All right, so he starts talking about. He's like, well, when I was locked up, there was a group of us guys, and sometimes you get lonely, and you got to do what you got to do, And they're just like, what? What does that mean? And he's like, and he's like, and then the other kid's like, well, maybe you knew my dad. I think you were locked up with my dad. He's like, yeah, what was your dad's name? And then they called him the Juicer. Oh yeah, I remember Juice. I was there. I was there when he got his nickname. He's like, what? Really? He's like, my dad's never told me. He's like, maybe you could tell me. He's like, all right, I'll tell you. He's like, all right, so see, inside, right? There's not a lot of really, you don't get a lot of females. But anyways, it was 12 of us guys, right? And we were sitting there, and the way he would juice them, he would take them in. Anyways, the whole point of this bit is basically these dads got these weird, these fucking names, like, that are just, like, out of there. And then the kids are like, well, I don't know, it sounds a little off, what I'm saying? Like, but the dad's not, he's not letting on to he's not saying what it really is, so he's just kind of just there left for your imagination of how he got the nickname.
On
Are you
this latest
high?
edition of, I was just going to say, on this latest edition of Make Spicy Cry. Holy shit, dude.
I know, dude.
Maybe it's better once we see it.
I know. It's in the making, bro. It's in the making. I didn't want nobody steal my idea, so I put it out there.
But, you're right, though. Doing
What
those
was the
sketches and
idea,
those
though?
little...
The
Well,
bit.
doing those sketches and those skits is a really good idea because I do see a lot of people do that, like with political shit. They'll make fun of like two politicians going at it, and it's the same guy dressed up as both politicians, going back and forth with each other. I think it's kind of cute.
He
Me?
did. He did. And his fucking jaws are fucking tired. Show some fucking respect.
Hey, there's only two U.S. citizens in this stream, man, and it's up here and down there. I'm just kidding. Of course, I'm kidding. Holy shit, guys! Halloween's coming up. My kids just got their costumes.
What are they
Oh,
gonna
yeah?
be?
Oh, one of my boys is going to be Dexter.
From like Dexter's Laboratory?
No, from the serial killer. Like he's got the smock and the fucking yeah.
I
What's
was
my
a little
daughter
more
gonna? I
excited,
forgot what my
dude.
daughter's gonna be.
You should
Yeah.
make like a dead body like wrapped in plastic. for
Let him
to
drag it
carry.
around the back?
Have him drag it around.
Yeah.
I know my daughter's gonna be an anime soccer player from one of her animes that she watches.
What soccer show? I've seen them all. Which one is it?
Hey,
Is it Blue Locker?
yeah, Blue Lock.
Yeah, good show, good show.
Yeah, she's all into it.
That's nice.
Her and her
Good
friends
show.
stay up and watch this stuff and talk about it all night. Like she's all about it. That and Hamilton for some reason. She just loves Hamilton. Like she'll be playing video games, just singing Hamilton songs.
I tried to get into Hamilton. I can't do it, man. It's not.
You know,
my-
I still haven't seen it. Have you seen it, Lozzie? Have you seen Hamilton?
What is it?
tried.
I don't even
Hamilton.
know what. I don't even know what that is.
Play.
It was a
Broadway.
like a world
Like
famous
the
play. Then it got turned into a
Shakespeare
movie.
play?
Shakespeare.
Oh, that's
No, no.
Hamlet.
Yeah, that's Hamilton.
What's
No.
Hamilton?
Hamilton is more of like a Broadway with a little bit of rap and you know.
It's an old. It takes place around the the signing of the Constitution or whatever, and 1776, and in the play, they don't use that period time music, which I think is kind of cool. Like Hamilton will rap like, "I am Hamilton,
Oh,
I am the
nice.
man, I'm doing everything for the series of
Actually,
man." I
that
don't know.
sounds
I'm just
really
making
familiar.
that up.
Maybe I've seen some. Maybe
You
I've
have.
seen
You've
it.
seen. If you've seen
Yeah.
Bob's Burgers, you've seen it. He was on there. We want to make it fun and cool for the young kids.
I've not actually ever seen Bob's Burgers, but I think I've seen Hamilton.
What?
Views expressed on the Fat and Spicy show do not represent PNS Studios. Holy
That's right.
shit! Really?
We love fucking Bob Burgers up in here.
You've never seen? We need to have a
I mean,
fucking watch party.
I
We're gonna
think
do
I've seen
have,
like trailers or previews.
have you ever seen Clockwork Orange?
Yes.
Remember at the end of the movie where they have his eyes wide open with the things, they're making him watch all that shit?
Yes.
We're gonna do that to you with burgers.
Look, Laws, just try it out. First episode.
First
guarantee.
episode.
I fucking
Yeah.
guarantee. Like it's fucking. I've already binge watched it and rewatched it. I've got yelled at because I watch it too much. You know, I dressed up as Bob for Halloween one year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's I'm a
Oh my
fan.
God.
I'm a fan, dude. What do you want me to do? If I was any more of a fan, I'd be on the ceiling. Okay.
Dude, the best
I just
line in the
never-
whole
I don't-
series.
Really
sorry.
get into
That's-
those things.
Best line in the whole series comes from episode 1.
Jesus, Laws,
What
you
are
make
you
it sound like it's fucking witchcraft or something. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
do
not.
that.
It's good
You know,
stuff.
No,
I
just-
try not to sell my soul to Satan.
I just don't get into. I haven't ever gotten into like Bob's Burgers or Family Guy or
Simpsons?
Yeah.
Simpsons. I never got
South
into
Park?
like South Park. No, I mean I've
No?
seen South Park and I've seen Simpsons, but I've
We get it,
Never.
Laws. If it's not about dismembering bodies and
Yeah.
trying to figure out who killed who, we don't want to do it.
Right, she's
No,
all
I
about.
just-
She was all ready to make my kid his Dexter costume like 2 minutes ago, and we're talking about South Park and shit. She's like, I don't know what you're fucking
I've
talking
actually never even seen Dexter.
about. No, but I'm sure you'd love it.
You should have a blend of two Dexters, dude. You should have like a little bit of the murder Dexter and the old school Dexter. Like you thought the
So what you
Mad
need
Split
Lab-
it in
is-
half.
Yeah.
What you need to do is you need to have the Dexter from the TV show being raised by the Dexter from the cartoon,
Yeah, exactly. There you go. That's why he's so smart, you know.
and he's got the sister Dee Dee, so he's always
in
pissed
there,
off at her for
Just
screwing
walking
around.
Is that the
around.
same guy?
Omelette du fromage.
Huh? No.
Is it the same guy? Just if like. Oh, never mind.
No! What? Wait,
So I smoked a little bit of weed before the show, and I think I got both of you high. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
Laz,
going on here.
what's up?
I'm like the soberest one here right now.
Jesus Christ!
What, is
Ignore
Dexter?
the
There's a
rebels.
cartoon in called Dexter.
Dexter's
Dexter's
Laboratory.
Laboratory.
No,
It's just about a little genius. You don't watch cartoons at all, do you?
I mean, but
Not
I mean,
since
you
I
would
was
you
a
would have been
kid.
you would have been a kid. I mean, at this point, Laws.
What year did it?
Yeah,
come
this
out?
was.
He's a little short, little dude with glasses, and his sister wears a ballerina
I
outfit.
remember it, but I don't think I
DD.
ever watched it.
She's like, "Ooh,
Red
what's
lights
this?
rule
What's
the
this?
world."
What's this? What's this?"
Yeah, I don't think I ever watched it though. Like I remember it, but I don't think I ever watched it.
And he's like, "Get out of my laboratory, Didi."
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember
He does
Dexter.
the voice. Listen to that. Did you hear that? That was awesome. That was
I
fucking great.
never. I didn't like. I don't know. I always touched grass. I didn't watch.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Well, excuse me.
My
By the way,
parents
to
made us
answer
go outside.
to the local vampire, that Archer Bob's Burgers crossover was epic.
Yeah.
I don't. Bob didn't realize that he was
yeah.
secretly trained.
Yeah, dude, I think that's cool. I think they did it both though. I think they did like a crossover on both shows.
Really?
Like if you go watch an Arthur episode, they reference he's like I think he's like you sound like that one guy, that one dad.
Oh,
he's like, what? He's like, I don't hear it. I don't hear it.
In the episode, Bob was Archer.
Yeah,
and these Russian spies bust into the restaurant. And he ends up kicking their asses. And Linda's like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "I don't know."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Born Identity. I think it's called the Bob Identity.
The Bob Identity. Yeah, definitely, Laws. If you got time, just you know what I'm saying. I think it'd be nice.
I don't have. Whoa! I'm trying to.
Dude, guys,
I sent her a picture. I sent her a picture of my upper thigh right there, dude. Ain't got no sun. You saw her face.
Speaking of all of that shit, though, hey, did you guys hear that somebody broke into the fucking Louvre and stole jewelry and shit?
What's the Louvre?
Oh,
It sounds like is that the bathroom?
It's a
That's the
museum
luau.
in France.
That's the Louvre, right? The Louvre.
The Louvre.
But the Louvre is close enough, right? The Louvre.
Okay, can you see the difference here, folks? I don't know what Bob's Burger is, but he doesn't know what the Louvre is.
I know what the Louvre is.
Okay, so the Louvre is a museum in France. It houses the Mona Lisa and many other priceless gems and jewels and artworks and whatnot. Well, a couple of
I seen
couple
it
of
in
6 or
National
7
Treasure.
guys broke. Yeah, well, no, you saw it in the Da Vinci Code.
Oh yeah, that one. National
A
Treasure
couple
was
of
in
guys. What?
Isn't
National
that
Treasure.
like the hardest place to break into as well? Like one of the hardest
I would
places?
think that
Nicolas Cage. Never seen it.
But I don't think he broke into the Louvre. National Treasure was all in the U.S. That's what made it.
Oh no,
National
he went after the Constitution. My bad.
Right.
It's my fault. Go ahead.
No, the Declaration of Independence.
That's what I was talking about.
That's what you meant.
You know, dude. You know how we do.
So yeah, they broke in and they stole all these gems and shit. And they're like, we have 24 to 40 hours to get this shit back before we'll never see it again. And I was like, I was thinking, who's going to buy that crown or that necklace that everybody knows what it is and is missing, right? What can you do with it? And they said it on the radio and it made all the sense in the world. They cut the stones like into smaller stones and then they just melt the gold into different jewelry and you'll never know what the fuck it was. I'm like, who would do that to priceless art history, you know?
People who want money.
I guess, but I don't know, man. The people, it's been a weird week for crimes. Because,
I'll tell you what it is, dude. I think with that is more or less of what you consider to be valuable.
I mean, I suppose to them it's not about the art or the history. It's all about the stone. Yeah.
Yeah, all they see is the dollar signs. Have you ever seen that movie, Ocean's
12.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen every one of them.
The one with the chicks only.
Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 8.
Ocean's 8, yeah. And where they like get the precious stone and they cut it up and they make like bracelets and earrings and necklaces.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, so they can steal it.
So that's what they're worried that people are going to be doing with this stuff. It's crazy. But also, like I don't follow many sports, but I love baseball and basketball. And dude, the head coach of the Portland Trailblazers was arrested for rigging poker games with the mob.
What was that? They just went over your camera.
That's a ghost.
A fly that's in here. He just literally walked right across my camera.
He just dragged his nuts across my face, dude. I don't like that.
Thanks.
But so he's got ties to the mob. But I'm still stuck on the fucking the most secure fucking place. They just broke in.
Literally, they took a cherry picker up to like the second floor. You know, you cherry picker, the bucket. They took circular saws, cut through the window, kind of like the cartoons, like where you just go zzz, and then pull out the window piece. Then they went in there, smashed the shit, used the cutters when they needed to, grabbed a bunch of jewelry, and took the fuck off.
There were no like lasers or cameras or.
there were cameras and they were all pointed opposite directions and shit. Some people are thinking it was an inside job because
You're
it was
damn
too
fucking
neat for
right.
them to
It
get
just
in
sounds
there.
like an insurance job.
Yeah, yeah, it really does.
Jesus.
But crazy shit, man. I mean, the balls that some people have, it's scary.
Can you imagine if they would have stolen the Mona Lisa?
You can't.
Why?
It's in a hyperbolic box that controls its temperature, and that is permanently affixed to the wall with.
Why don't they do that with the jewelry and stuff?
I don't know. It's a good
Hyperfixate
question.
shit to they wouldn't
Going
get
back
That's
to
what
the
stolen.
I
same
say.
thing what I said earlier. Depends on what you consider valuable.
Like
Yeah.
you build a cutout into the wall, right? And then you just put one pane of glass is all you need, and it's that fucking thick that you can't break it, and then you can see the jewels and shit, and nobody can touch them. How hard is that?
Yeah.
It's fucking simple.
Ergo.
Crazy.
All right, somebody needs to hire me for that job. I'll take it.
What are you gonna do? Watch the
I'll
jewelry?
go. Yeah, I'll go watch the jewelry.
Sit there with your hands behind your back like this, just kind of lean forward like.
No, I sit with my hands in my front doing that, and it's like, oh, jewelry.
He's touched the crown jewels.
Speaking of that
not the ones in the
action,
cake. What the
and
fuck? Speaking of that action, where the fuck is this
speaking
going?
of that action and being on camera, so I was watching. So my new
Wait,
job,
what were you watching?
Yeah,
No,
what's this?
So for my new job, I do deposition. I film depositions for lawyers, right? So I was watching funny. What are you doing?
He's eating.
No, I'm not.
No, mom rock.
So I was watching funny funny Zoom videos, and there was this one deposition of this guy, and he got up and he didn't realize he was on camera, and he started taking off his pants. And they were like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? What are you doing? And he's like, he doesn't realize that he's on camera, or that he doesn't realize they're talking to him. And he like reaches for lotion. I don't know if it was real or not.
I've seen that. Not the whole thing, but I've seen it. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I heard about some guy that was supposed to be in some Zoom and was like peeling the chilies, you know?
I think
Yeah.
it was. I think that was a joke. I think that was actual like a skit.
Oh,
Did you see the one though where
Yeah,
the
it was like a. I think that the
you
person.
see the one
that
where
did
the
it
dude
was
had the cat face?
Yeah.
He couldn't turn off the cat face filter, and he's like,
Oh,
"Judge,
yeah.
and he was in a court proceedings, like, "Judge, I
Yeah.
promise you, I'm not a cat."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because I literally I sent that to my friend Jessica today, and it's funny because she was wearing the T-shirt, the meme of that video, and she was like, "Did we just read each other's minds?" Because I didn't know she was wearing that shirt, and I was like, "Did you see this video?" And she was like, "What?" I posted it on Facebook. You can see my post about it, but it's so funny. He's like, "We can just go ahead. I'm ready, Judge. I promise you, I'm not a cat."
It's just the funniest shit.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. I mean, do you this? But before doing that, like, doesn't the judge have to confirm his identity and shit?
I would think so. Well, I think that's what happened. Is he turned on his computer, that face was there, and he's like, "Oh shit, I don't know how to fix this."
That's what I'm saying, though. Before the judge can proceed, doesn't he have to show his face to confirm?
Yeah,
that
they
he's-
fixed it. They fixed
Okay.
it. Somebody came over and like turned it
Yeah.
off, but he didn't know how to at
If
first.
you watch the longer version, you can see that.
The funny thing about it is that because it was like one of those AI masks that it puts on you, like when he opened his mouth a little bit, like the cat would do that, or his eyes would go back and forth. It was just cool.
He was like, ah.
It was fucking great.
We can show it if you want.
Oh, let's save it for the end of the show. But can you find it for us?
Yeah.
So before we got the show going, we were
I
talking
already have it
about
pulled up actually.
what we were going to call today's episode. And Jacob, you were talking about monsters and scary stuffs, and how not. I mean, I hate to bring the mood down, but I kind of want to get to the topic before we run out of time because I also want to see that video at the end. But you're talking about monsters and stuff like that. What did you want to bring up? Where were you going with that? Because you started to get interesting there, and then we had to start the show.
Oh, so essentially, what I wanted to do with tonight's episode is talk about the occult, voodoo. You know, witch doctors, black magic. You know, curses. You know, do you believe in that kind of stuff? You know, and why?
You?
Me personally, yes, I do.
Like, do you believe if somebody can put the evil eye on you or put a root on your ass or whatever?
Yeah, I believe so.
Now,
I believe so. I believe people do have that. I won't say that people have that power, but people have access to things, that aren't explainable, that have the power to, more
okay,
or
so
less.
when we started talking about it, Lazi was like, "It's funny you bring this up. I want to know what that was about."
Oh, it's funny that he brought it up because I think it was like last night or maybe it was today. I was in the garage just kind of like enjoying my coffee and sitting down, and because I have like a couch in there, and I was looking on Facebook, and there was somebody on there talking about hexes and how to figure out if you've ever been hexed before. And supposedly, if you take two matches and you light them, and then you drop them in a bowl of water, like a clear bowl of water, and they like touch a certain way, you can tell whether or not you've been hexed, or whether someone has tried and not been successful, or someone has there's been no hex at all on you.
I have to ask you, how does that work? Is the
Oh,
universe magically moving, and does it have to be matchsticks or can it be toothpicks? Do they have to be lit?
they have to
Does
be
the water have to be?
matchsticks. You have to light the matchsticks and drop them in together with one hand at the same time. But supposedly, someone else was saying in the comments that supposedly matches have some kind of like magnetism in that, like it's like whatever is in the
The
stuff
air.
that's on the edge of what's that, the flint or
Phosphor?
whatever. Yeah, the
Yeah,
phosphor. There's like magnetic components or something like that in it. Someone was like, I don't know if there is or not.
no,
There's
that's
not.
not true. No. Once
Yeah.
again, I don't
So
understand the physics of that. You light two matches with one hand, you drop it into a bowl, and it removes a hex or tells you if there's a hex. But what's the
no,
physics on it?
it doesn't
Is it
remove the hex. It's basically just to tell if someone has placed a hex or a curse on you.
so? I guess that's what I'm saying is, what about, is it your vibrations that affect lit matches
I have no
in
idea.
water?
I have no idea.
See, this is why I'm always skeptical of this stuff, like rubbing the egg on you. I don't buy that stuff. I can't. That's why Jacob's like, "Hey, do you believe in being hexed?" And the first thing I want to say is, absolutely not. The only way I could get hexed is if I believe I was hexed, and then I live my life according to that threat. That's
I
how somebody can
believe,
hex you.
yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. However, I do believe in manifestation, and I believe that like if you can manifest a life for yourself kind of thing, like a not like a life, like I can manifest being rich and famous and having an awesome car and a
The hell
headset
we
that's not
can't. Y'all see us
broken.
right here in our mansion?
And I'm saying, but I'm saying like I believe in manifestation. Like if you believe you're gonna have a good day, or you believe that someone has a hex on you, I feel like you can manifest that negative energy on you.
Yeah.
I
But
I
have
believe
you been
believe that.
that.
hexed, Jacob?
I believe that as well as far as manifestation, but I also believe in
I
you
do
know,
believe.
you are what you attract,
Hmm.
or you attract what you are. Essentially, like I think me and Spicy had this conversation a while back. I was like, dude, if you wake up and you're in a shitty mood and you're just, what I'm saying, you're pissed off at the world, well, guess what the fuck your rest of your day's gonna be? You're gonna notice all the bad things in life. That guy fucking
Yeah.
cut me off in traffic. My fucking tire's flat. My check engine light's on. But if you go out there and you say, I'm gonna have a good day, fuck it, I'm gonna focus on the good things, then that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see, and you're gonna be more grateful. You're gonna be more happy, I guess, for that day. Because that's what you're focusing on.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So being hexed means that you've crossed somebody and they really have it in for you and they put the
Not
root or the
necessarily. You
evil
don't ever.
lie or
You don't have to
so
actually.
I'm just saying if you don't want to get hexed, don't be a dick.
No, no, because you gotta understand. See, so the mal de ojo, the evil lie in Spanish, can be given to babies. You don't have to be a bad person to get it.
Why would you do that to a baby?
It's all about what it is basically the way that in Spanish cultures, the way you get the mal de ojo, the evil eye, or a child gets it, is when somebody wants to hold your baby or somebody is coveting your baby. They want your baby. They want to hold it. They want to play with it. They want it for themselves. Maybe they're upset that they didn't get a baby. They can't have a baby. It's that want, that obsession.
Jealous.
You don't let them have that, or they don't. Maybe you don't give it to them. That you don't let them hold your baby or whatever. You don't let them. And they end up basically that rubs
Yeah.
off a certain type of way, and then you have basically the child gets really fussy. doesn't want to sleep, can't sleep, crying all the time, and
My
they'll
kids weren't cursed and they did that.
and they and they'll take them to these doctors, or these witch doctors or whatever you want to call them, healers, medicine men, women, and they'll do the removal of the evil eye on them.
Is that with the egg?
Yeah, that's the egg. They rub it all over you, and say a prayer, and they
I
crack
would
it
need
open.
like 12 eggs.
And crack it open, and there's something that there's people out there that account that say this is real. Hey, it happened to them. It hasn't happened to me. I've never done it.
I know, but there's also
my
people
grandma.
that can
My grandma would tell me stories about it. But
take the end of the shell off and put red dye in there and say, "Here's a bloody egg. You've been cursed.
yeah,
Give me $50."
like I said,
There's a lot of cultures that don't even allow people to hold their babies in general
I believe that.
because they think that you'll transfer bad energies or
So, real quick
maybe
though, I want to
something
get
like
back to
that.
Jacob. Maybe that's the problem, is that there's so many hucksters out there that you don't know what to believe. And maybe that's where my problem is there's so many fucking people that will fake something for $50 that when somebody can really pull that shit off, you'll never know.
you want to know
You
what's
know what I
crazy
mean?
about that? I've been thinking about that, dude. I've been thinking about that a lot, especially when it comes to religion and AI.
Like, could Jesus
And,
come back today and people believe it?
or is it Sora? Or is it Chat GPT? You know.
Right? Or is it a
So
fucking
we
hologram in
are,
the sky?
yeah,
Whatever.
we are officially reaching the turning point in history, in what I believe is going to be the defining moment where you cannot believe anything or everything you see on the internet, and it's just going to come to the point where nobody believes nothing because it's rather not look like a fool than look like a fool in believing in something that isn't real, you know.
I
And I
have to look
mean,
at three-quarters of the videos I watch to see if
dude,
there's AI on the bottom.
dude, some of these videos is hard. You remember I showed you the one with the Sora with
Yeah.
the new? It's hard to
Yeah.
tell, dude. It's hard to tell. You know,
Uh,
like
And
you
not
have
all of
to.
them have that AI at the bottom of them either.
No,
To
you can
That's
because
a fact.
you can pay Sora the monthly subscription and remove the trademark, the
you
watermark,
can
whatever I'm called.
usually tell, like in hand movements, the way they move their heads, bodies. Like
Sometimes
sometimes there's
you could, but have you seen these new ones, Laws? Have you seen the new Sora?
sore. I don't think so.
Look at
Maybe
those
not.
videos, and there is no more. You just should be able to count the fingers were off and
I
everything. No,
watched one.
I remember in the early days of
Trying
it
to
all,
think.
the hand, and which we're talking the early days of it all, like it was 10 years ago. The
yeah,
early
right.
days of it all, 7 months ago, before AI was all, yeah, it couldn't do hands and feet. But now I've seen stuff that it looks great. Like I said,
And
there's some videos I've seen where I have to be like, look at the bottom to see the AI generated tag,
yeah,
you know?
like
And
and
if
it,
that's me, somebody who's educated and like, actually looks for shit like that, imagine the grandma who doesn't know.
that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
How many people are they taking advantage of or could be taking advantage of with that technology?
We go
That's the
into
scary part.
being a videographer. I tend to have a lot of AI conversations with people, or I listen to people having AI conversations. And the fact that it's like replacing a lot of things or making it, there's a huge controversy right now about whether it's okay to use AI modified like footage, B-roll in your videos, like in your videography work. Can you use that? Should you use it? Should you allow to use it? Is it okay to use voiceovers, AI voiceovers in
No,
your
no.
I
in your
think I
work?
think I think everything is okay as long as it is properly tagged and you are informing and you're not in it to deceive
Right.
the public. I believe that I believe that anybody, and I'll say this outright, I believe that anybody that is caught using AI generated content to generate revenue without the proper tags, or description, should be fined. Their account should be banned.
Mhm.
Simple as that. It needs to come down hard, and they need to come down quick to set that standard, to set that example. That way, that what I'm saying, because right now everybody is trying to jump on the AI. Anybody that's basically wanting to look for money and is trying to generate content is jumping on the new AI generated content
Or how
because you can
about
do
this?
anything. You can
How about
create
you just
anything.
be creative and talented and go do it your fucking self? Don't have a computer do it for you.
Well,
Yeah.
see, some people sit there and say, some people some people would argue You know, like for instance, like sometimes I argue when I say there and I use AI for stuff. But see, the thing with me is I input so much ideas in my so I'm one of those people that can't organize my thoughts, right? So I use AI to organize my shit. I'll write a bunch of damn. I'll just go on a tangent of writing different things, and I said, hey, you know, gather my thoughts for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I make this a reality? It's my thought, but I need help strategically, and
Yeah, but
AI
you're
will
using
come
it
in and
to
help.
build you're using it to build an outline. You're not having it write your novel. You know
No,
what
no,
I'm
no.
saying?
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
very different things.
yeah.
You know, having some
Yeah.
assistance is one thing. Using it as your artistic platform, which now some people will say, well, I put in the right, what are they called, like the tags and whatnot to make the
Prompts.
perfect picture
Yeah, the
prompts.
prompts. Yeah.
Some people are saying that knowing how to do that's an art form. Now, so who knows? I don't know. But I'm an old guy
Yeah.
who doesn't understand technology. I still use the MySpaces.
Yeah, the
You guys want to see this
MySpaces.
video that almost tricked me?
Yeah, go
Tom's my
ahead.
friend. Yeah, go ahead.
Just, let me pull
Tom
it
the
up.
cat dude or Tom on
No, remember
MySpace?
Tom from
I
MySpace?
think you're talking
You
about
got him
Talking
as your
Tom,
first
dude.
friend. Yeah,
Tom.
man. He was my
Talking
boy.
Tom.
Yeah.
Oh
I need
my
to skip
god.
this ad real quick. Give me a
No,
second.
you're good, dude. Yeah, but like I said, man, and I've put it up on on my personal social media. I said, look, if I go on social media, I'm going through my scrolling through my reels and stuff, and I see AI video and they don't have a proper tag, I block them. I'm not gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
I block the account. I'm not doing it.
You couldn't tell that this was AI? You thought that they put a camera in some woman's tummy?
No.
I'm so sorry. I'm such a dick. I'm sorry.
No.
All right, we'll
What?
play a couple of seconds of this so that we don't get
Yeah, we don't want to get the video taken down, so we'll play just a tiny bit. Let's see. Well, that's absolutely AI. I can tell that off the bat.
no. But if you like make a music video, yeah, I can understand it. But every aspect of this is AI though.
I get it. But I think this is a video to show off what they're doing with AI, right?
Yeah. So
It's
imagine.
Yeah.
what it was a commercial for something.
For AI, we will take over the world. Look how we will charm you.
It was a commercial for, let me see.
We saw your Google search. Naughty,
Lip
naughty.
did, what? No, you didn't. Lipstick AI Studio presents groundbreaking new Vodafone commercial led by the global.
Yeah. So they made a whole commercial
Yeah.
using AI.
To
Mm-hmm.
show
It's
what
cool.
AI can do. That's pretty cool, though. I mean, yeah, is it perfect? No, because it comes to that uncanny valley thing, right? If it's too perfect, humans will just know. And I think it's getting, like you said, it's getting to be that. It's too perfect. I see
That's
these video games
and
now where they zoom in
that
on the
is
guy's face and there's pores and
I think
blemishes,
what
you
the
know?
issue also is going to be is that a real photo or a real video that we need to listen to or pay attention to, people are going to use the excuse, oh no, don't believe that. That's just AI.
Right.
that's the
And
problem.
it's really something that we need to be paying attention to, like whether it's the president saying something or whether it's whatever it is, someone getting shot or someone, whatever it is, like we need to pay attention to those things and not be
I
fooled.
agree.
And people who don't want us to believe are going to be like, no, that's just AI. That's not real. It's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are
But
you
when
having
does
a
it
party
stop?
at your house? Dang,
Me? No, that's not me.
somebody.
Yeah.
All right. So
Um,
we got Halloween coming up, man. I'm kind of excited for it. My kids love it. Uh, what are you going to be, Jacob? You going to be a hex? You can be a curse. Somebody put a curse. You going to be a cursed person?
Give me a second.
Uh-oh.
if you could be a, what are you going to be, Anson?
The guy that gives out candy. That's my costume.
I was asking my friend, because I'll be in Branson, Missouri during Halloween, and I
Hmm.
was like, "Are we gonna get like trick or treaters?" God, I hope not, because I don't want to deal with all those kids. That would be great. I just don't want to deal with the kids. I do have a friend though that he dresses up every Halloween, and every time some kids come to his door, he will ask them for their autograph, like they're actually famous people, and he'll be like, "Oh my God, you're Spider-Man! Can I get your autograph?" And he has like an autograph book that he has every year, and they
That's
sign it.
cute.
Yeah,
That's cute.
yeah.
What about the kids that just don't have a costume? Just like, oh, you're poor,
I
which has
think.
been my costume for the last 10 years.
You remember? Did you ever have to wear trash bags? Yeah.
No,
For Halloween? No.
and I was
Yeah.
about to say, no, I just wore that outside the house. Oh no, people always ask like, what are you gonna be for Halloween? I was like a dirty Mexican. That's just me.
Easy. The views expressed in the Fat and Spicy show do not represent PNS Studios. Did you have a favorite costume growing up that you were like so stoked to wear, and then you got to wear it, and it was just like awesome?
Growing up, like I said, growing up Christian New Baptist, we don't do that. We don't do that devil stuff out of here.
Yeah, my grandma was like that. I brought a costume to go trick or treating, and she's like, we're not going out Halloweening. We don't do that. Church
Yeah,
doesn't
we,
do
we would go to church on Halloween, dude, so they could
that."
fend us.
Did your grandma watch PTL? PTL network.
I don't know what that is. It must be, we
It
used
was
to
a
watch.
cable. Used to do like 24-hour Christian programming.
No. We had Angel TV that we done.
Same thing.
I had Angel TV, no, but my grandma was like she's church going, but my religion was forced on me by my mom and my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where that came from. My grandma was raised Catholic, you know, and then she started going into the Christianity, you know. So my grandma she was watching Univision, you know what I'm saying? Sábado Gigante, like we were watching these Mexican
Simplemente
shows.
Maria.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying,
My grandma will love that shit.
And so I didn't, like I said, but Halloween, dude, was always, like I said, I know it was, and I never understood where and when it got pegged as the devil's birthday or the devil's day. You know what I'm saying? In Mexican culture, yeah, it's celebrated as Day of the Dead, but this is,
It's the
if
day
any
after.
if anybody have seen, Coco, you understand what the Day of the Dead is about. It's about celebrating and remembering your lost one, your loved ones, and being able to have a day where you celebrate them again and remember them. You know, but
And the
again,
Catholics have the same festival. It's fuck. Oh, All Saints Day. It's the day after Halloween. It just remembers all the saints and the people that have passed. I mean, a lot of cultures have that,
yeah.
like a
So
day to
this
remember.
whole notion of it's like the devil's birthday and all this, I don't know where that came from. You know, ergo, now there are things, there are some things, like Easter, the bunny, Santa Claus on Christmas. There are some things that I believe are put there to kind of overtake what the true definition of that particular day is supposed to be, but not Halloween. I don't see anything in significance for Halloween.
I mean, sure, yeah, spooky. What it's supposed to be is the day that you ward away the goblins and the demons and the spirits.
Yeah.
So I thought that would be a good thing in
Well, I
Christianity.
try, dude. My kids are always there. Dude. I can't ward them away.
I got two little demons, three little
Love
demons running around
Halloween.
the house all
It's
the
like
time.
my favorite thing ever. We never
Oh, we know how
got
witchy you are, Lozzie.
we never got like told we couldn't celebrate Halloween. I mean, I got my butt whooped a few Halloweens because I went and
You was out there partying?
stayed out past my curfew, and then I came home and all my candy got taken. Like, because
Oh,
I was past
oh.
curfew and he whooped my ass and took my
Okay,
candy.
okay. So I did have some memories there. So we would go get candy. My dad would take us. My dad was the one that was a little more lenient. He would take us to go get candy. But would we dress up? No,
Yeah,
Well,
we always
no.
dressed
We
up.
would just go get candy. And if we did dress up, I don't remember. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But
you,
we
what
we
was
we huh?
I was gonna say, what was your favorite treat?
Oh, so this is what we would do. I was gonna tell you. This is what my brothers and I would do. So there's four of us in total, right? So we would all go and trick or treat. Well, my dad would take us, and we'd go knock on the door. All right, and we get candy. We'll run back to the car, and I think, I think the most we ever did was like face paint. But anyways, we would all get home right with these big old bags of candy, and we would all sit down, and we were like, all right, everybody pour your candy in the middle. And we'd all
Oh,
dump it
you
in this
split it all.
huge pile. and be like, all right, this is how we're gonna do it. Oldest to biggest, oldest to smallest. You know what I'm saying? All right, go first, and you get one, and then the other one would pick
Okay.
one, and then we just go
Okay.
until the last piece of candy.
That's not a bad system for 4 kids though, and everybody gets the same amount and they get what they want. Like there's, you know,
Yo,
what was the candy that was always left over at the end? Like in my house, the last thing in the bowl is like gum.
don't nobody want no damn Tootsie Rolls. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Right.
nobody want, don't
What
nobody
are those
want.
things that look like the inside of a Butterfinger, but they don't taste like the inside of the Butterfinger?
Chico
They're
stick.
like, yeah, those were always left.
Really?
no.
Oh, I
Yeah.
gobble that shit first.
Yeah.
I love me some Chico stick.
You know
Those
what?
miserable.
Those fucking little candies that they had no fucking. They just were like a clear round. No, the toffee? No, old people candy.
Cinnamon,
Oh.
butterscotch.
Like
Butterscotch.
butterscotches,
I
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
hate butterscotch, dude.
I love just
That was always left over. You know what else? The little strawberry candies, the church grandma candies.
Oh, those ones are good. The ones that look like
If
have like the strawberry wrapper.
Yeah,
Yeah, if they're filled with the strawberry jelly, I'm all over it.
No,
If not,
dude.
get the fuck out.
I
I
don't
like
like
filled
anything.
candies.
I don't, man. I don't even like filled donuts, and it's just always a texture for me, dude. I think
Really?
it's one of those. Yeah, I can't eat jelly filled donuts.
You
I
don't
don't
like Gushers?
No, I don't like gushers. Anything that busts in my mouth when I bite into it, I'm
Ooh.
not with it.
you
Loz,
seen
you all
the
right?
Well,
Have you
that's the
seen the
problem.
new
You're biting.
Gusher
You're not supposed to bite.
Gusher commercial?
No.
Oh my God, it's the best. They made a short film, a Halloween short film for Gushers. You have to watch
Really?
it.
That's
It's like
great.
I'll
9
watch it.
minutes
I'll
long.
see it.
Yeah.
The only
9
thing I've seen
minutes?
Halloween wise
Yeah,
is
it's
the damn
awesome.
the soda commercials with all the Halloween characters on there, like Fanta.
I
Oh,
just-
Fanta, yeah.
I don't watch like TV. We don't have cable or anything. It's all streaming
That's why he
shit.
has all them kids.
And Netflix and chill, baby. But I don't get those kind of commercials. Like I don't get to see the new cool. I have to look them up if I want to see something.
I'll tell you
know
this:
what I
if
mean?
you have a smart TV, you have TV. There's a TV, and a lot of people don't know this, but on your smart TV, there is a live TV or a live now, whatever you want to call it. There's a live button. If you go to that, you have free
I mean,
TV.
that's like Amazon too. You have live Amazon TV too. Amazon.
That's what I
stream.
watch, but I don't get those commercials that come up. It's
Yeah.
always interrupted by some other commercial that
Man,
I've
the
clicked
commercials
on
back in the
something
'90s
past.
were the best, dude. Growing up for me, dude. You know what I'm saying? The toy
Not wrong.
commercials, everything, dude. And what happened? Speaking of toys, they don't even make toys that are good anymore. All these toys suck. There's so many regulations, restrictions, and
I'm gonna do you
bring
one
back
better.
the lead paint, damn it.
They don't even make toy stores anymore. Remember Toys R Us or KB Toy? Remember at KB Toys, they had that big round thing that had
I
all the
remember
little
Toys R
animals,
Us.
like the dog that would be yippy in the front, and it was like a pig that would make noises, or a ball that rolled around on its own. Like they always had these cool toys out front to attract you in, you know?
Now I know they had that whenever I went to New York at what is it?
FAO Schwartz.
FAO Schwartz, yeah.
Yep.
I walked in there, I was like, oh my gosh, dude, this is amazing. But no, they don't have toy stores anymore, dude. And what does that say about our youth, man? That's crazy.
It's all tablets and online shit.
It
My
gets
kids don't ask for toys; they ask for V-Bucks or Robux or whatever, you know.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like,
It-
my daughter's 11, and I was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" Oh, I really want a laptop. Laptop? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And girl, if you don't get this kinetic sand,
Right? At 11, I was asking for Ghostbusters toys or whatever,
you
you
know what I'm
know.
saying? Like, give me that Nerf gun. You know what I'm saying? Give
Yeah.
me a BB gun. Let me go outside and shoot some not
Right?
animals.
I think that's
They
the
wouldn't
year I
do
got
that.
my Nintendo
Not
Entertainment System,
animals.
so that's what I was getting was those video games, but still, it was a video game. But yeah, the
Alright,
toys though, dude, I had so many cool toys growing up. I had so many fucking cool toys growing up.
dude, man. I'll tell you. I'm not. Like I tell it all the time. We was poor, okay, but I had other people's toys. We would go dumpster diving. But again, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we had toys. You know, action figures was my thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the good fucking action figures. So fucking cool. Especially when they came with the different guns and the GI Joes, and they had the Jeeps
The
and
Ninja Turtles.
oh man, the Ninja Turtles.
Do you remember Mask toys?
Mask?
Yeah, so it was like a regular vehicle, right? And then the vehicle would like turn into some attack vehicle. And the dude was like a regular dude, but then when you put this cool mask on him, he became like what? There was a whole cartoon series and toys and
Oh.
shit.
I ain't never
Yeah.
seen that.
You remember like
I'm just weird, I guess.
He-Man and She-Ra?
That was
Yeah,
my
so
first.
I was just about to
action
say.
figure.
I grew up.
Yep.
I grew up around the action figures that was like He-Man and
Yeah.
Thundercats, Lionel. You know what I'm saying?
One year, my folks brought home a big old box for Christmas, and I opened it up, and it was fucking Castle Grayskull.
My brother had that
Dude,
too. I
that
used
thing
to
was
make
amazing.
I used to make my Barbies in his GI Joe's playhouse in it.
Mike Tyson now Kith. There you go.
Yeah.
I just got
Hey man,
back
on
from
your
the war, honey. Who's that over there? Oh, that's my buddy.
on your way
Now, what
back
are
from
you
killing
doing?
Skeletor, go bring back some milk.
Yeah. Jesus, dude. Oh man, my army man, we'd go outside, dude, and Lord, I loved my action figures until I discovered where firecrackers were.
Oh, don't see.
Hey, look, hey,
I
hey,
can't. I don't
they
want
needed real wounds, all right? These were soldiers, all right? Them M80s needed to do something.
motherfucker's gonna earn his Purple Heart.
Exactly. He's out there, you know. He's all good. No,
You want to
not
be a
today.
war hero? Show it, son.
That's
I
right.
had a
Boom,
cousin
the
that had
Legos.
a M80 blow up in his hand,
Ooh.
and
Did it take some
yeah.
fingers?
No, luckily
Hi.
not. It just caused a huge blood
So,
blister like the size
now-
of his palm.
There was a time and place where
Yeah.
now we were talking about the old school M80s, or we talking about the new school M80s, because the new school ones, they really downsized them M80s. You
This
know,
was back in
could
the day, so old school
be-
probably.
You know, I was like,
The ones that
you'd
you
be
put in
lucky
the
if
pop can and they blow a crater in the
lucky.
ground.
kids were putting them in the toilets, dude, in the schools and blowing the fucking toilets out.
That and the cherry bombs would do that.
Yeah. Oh, cherry bombs? Pow. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. We never had anybody do that in our bathrooms in school, but we did in high school when I was a freshman. We had some guy who brought some stink bombs and we didn't never find out who it was, but we'd all come out of class, go down the stairwell, and like,
God.
oh
Yeah, dude.
it was
Oh my
fun.
God. Yeah. If people stink.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, somebody stink bomb our fucking high school, dude, growing up in it.
I
Dude,
remember that,
that
too.
smell is so bad, dude.
We all
So
had. It's a
bad.
rite of passage.
They evacuated our school for that.
Oh, nowadays federal
No.
charges on the kid, dude.
Oh, really?
I'm
For a
sure.
stink
You know how
bomb?
they are.
Or a stink bomb?
I'm just. You can't even say stink bomb at the airport. They'll fucking take you away.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's playing anymore. They're-
2319. 2319.
right?
Jesus Christ.
So speaking of 2319, are you guys down with the whole 6'7"?
Wait,
no,
what?
dude. No.
My kids with 6'7".
I just
No, I'm saying it to
go
be
on there-
ironic.
Yeah,
I
I
have
go
no
on there.
idea what that means.
I just say it because it's like, you know, I mess with my daughter. Because, like, as soon as I do it, it's not cool anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm,
Explain to Lazi what it is.
I think 6'7" comes off of a song.
Yeah,
It's from a little Dirk song, I think.
they
What is
were
this?
talking about basketball players. Like he's 6'5", but I'm 6'7",
Yeah.
and it just became a thing.
And it's like a
kids are
meme.
6'7", and they're doing this with it. And
I don't know. I don't know what it actually represents as far as like in the kid community. I'll say that I don't know. I think it's just interpreted as something else.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you
Like-
what,
like
I don't
skibbity toilet.
understand any of this new lingo that's like out. Like,
Yeah, but our parents didn't understand totally tubular in the 80s when I said it.
yeah.
What do you mean the
You know.
tubes and the turbulent?
Like when people are like, no cap, I'm like, what?
I'm not wearing a
Like-
cap. My cap's right
Okay.
here.
No cap.
I was like, the only cap I know is when people are like, I'm gonna cap your ass. You know?
So no cap is like no lie. You know
I
what
know
I'm saying?
what it means, but like when I first heard, or like the
That-
drip, like
Drip.
I don't what
This
was
right
I-
here?
when I first
This right
heard the
here?
drip.
What is this?
Clock it.
The
Well,
drip?
like-
Clock it.
Like
I'm
it's
gonna
like
clock you in the mouth
like
with my
eating,
fucking-
You eating? You eater? You know, eat that. Eat that. He ate. You ate. I ate.
What is that? What are you
I
talking
hear
about?
that ate a lot. Oh, that
Okay,
ate.
so
That ate.
so basically, like when somebody, let's say I'm talking about something that you relate to, or you're like, ooh, you really vibe with what I'm saying. You're like, ooh, you know, he's eating, you know what I'm saying? Or let him cook,
You
let him
just
cook.
look dumb doing that though. Like,
That's what they do.
Yeah, if I did that, where Jacob's like,
This
dude,
is
we
what the
got
girls
this
do.
thing.
Though. You know what I'm saying? The girls
I'm just
do
saying,
this.
if you said something cool and like we got this contract to do this thing, and I'm like, eat, you'd be like, you look like an asshole.
I'm like, hey, you know what you do? You know what I'm saying? You're hip. You gotta stay fresh and funky, dude, for the youngsters. You know.
Look, I'm Pac-Man.
You
Yep,
know?
yep, 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 yep.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's always going to be things that we don't understand, and it's always going to go into something. We become the old people. You know what I'm saying? We become
We
our
are the old
parents,
people.
and it is what it is. You know, unfortunately.
I don't want to get old, man. I like being a kid.
And you know what's crazy as we get older now, dude, and the things I start to realize is that I don't get any more mature. You know what I'm saying? I don't stop thinking I'm a young person. But my
I'm 16 up
body
here, bro.
but my body is like, shut your fucking mouth, sit your ass
Hmm.
down. I went to the trampoline park, dude. I couldn't I was fucking couch ridden 2 days after.
I bet.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but in my mind I was like, I'm about to do a flip. I'm glad I didn't do it. But
You would have cracked your asshole open.
you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
You
and
could
it's
have
just
done a flip.
crazy. But I say that because I try to put myself in the position of my parents.
Hmm.
You know, like just there's never really a point in time where you sit there and you're like, I'm an adult now. I recognize that I'm an adult. I need to act like an adult. I'm gonna be an adult. No more young me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just me. I'm just like, and you have this whole new makeover of an identity. You know, there never comes that point. You don't ever just become a new person.
No.
No.
I
Like,
mean,
and
I still play video games. I still have,
yeah, you
do the
know,
shit I want to do.
and I just I feel kind of bad because like I said, my parents were thrown into this whole thing with being together and raising us kids, and the economy sucking already. And I'm just like, damn, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, what dreams of my parents that they didn't get to, enjoy, they didn't get to live out, like, and I don't know, dude, just it makes me have a little more sympathy for my folks, because like
Of
I said,
course.
there's a lot of times where it was really bad, from the eyes of a child growing up and like, damn, this is what we got to do. But as I get older, like you said, I keep that mentality now, and I'm like, there's times where I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do about this, or how am I gonna make this happen for my kids, blah blah. And I'm like, this is the stuff that my parents felt, this is the stuff that they went through. They were in their mind, they're still young, they're still kids, like, and they're trying to figure it out, dude. And like I said, it's just a different understanding that I have now versus back then, you know.
Get it. The hardest thing for me to do is to, like, if I'm getting pissed off at my kids, is to reflect on why I'm pissed off and how it affects them when I give them shit for something that doesn't mean anything. It just pissed me off at the moment. You know what I mean? And then I have to put myself back into their shoes and be like, if I was them right now, looking at Spicy, yelling at them, how the fuck would I feel? I feel like my dad thinks I'm a piece of shit. And then I'm like, oh fuck. And then I stop doing that. You know what I mean? Or do I? I don't know. But our parents, I think as the generations grow and we all learn, nobody's gonna be a perfect parent ever. Like we've talked about this off air, dude. They don't make a fucking book for us.
Yeah.
But we follow our instincts. And you know what? I'll say this. My daughter is 14 and my twins are 12. So for the last 14 years, I've kept three, the last 12 years, I've kept three children alive without them dying. They're smart, they're friendly, they're kind. So I guess I did, God damn it, dude. So I guess I did what I'm supposed to do, right? I don't know if I'm leading, I don't know what their careers or their futures are going to be like, but maybe, maybe I'm fucking them up for the future by being a good dad. Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
But you roll the dice, you take your shot, and you be the best dad you can be. You just try not to be what your parents when your parents made you feel bad, you try not to replicate that with your own kids.
Yeah. I think, and like I said, dude, it's one of those things. We're all gonna make mistakes. We're all, no matter what you do, whether it's just you living life, and trying not to basically um, allow your past to control where you're gonna be in the future. Because a lot of us don't realize how much we hold on to, how big of a burden we're carrying with us. The amount of baggage that we hold on to from our childhood, that it affects the way that we look at ourselves, the way that we move forward, or just, like I said, the trying to raise a kid, or trying to be in a relationship. We're all gonna make mistakes, and that's okay. That's part of living. That's part of life. I think that the biggest thing is learning from those mistakes.
I mean,
Once
that's
you,
what life is, right?
that's it. It's just one big mistake that we're learning from.
No shit. It's a fact, dude. You want to talk about scary coming Halloween time? Being a fucking dad is scary shit. I got a daughter that I have to think about. She likes to walk with her friends or by herself. And just the other day, we had a report of some dude tried to grab a little girl off the street here in town. Now I don't want her out there. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
have
So you get.
have you done like a registered S offender? You know what I'm saying, in your neighborhood?
Have I had to go door to door? No,
No,
I
no,
have
no,
never
no, no,
been.
no.
Never done that.
I didn't say have you registered, motherfucker. No, I said have you done a search to see how close they live to you?
No.
Yeah,
Can you
there's
do
like
that?
apps you
Yeah,
can.
you
Yeah,
should do
there's
it.
like maps and apps that you can
You'd be
get that you can
surprised.
see.
I
Shut
do it.
up.
I do it in my neighborhood. I do it as soon as I go to move into somewhere. I'm like, because I want to know. I want to know.
But you gotta realize also that I mean, I'm not making
We should.
excuses for sex offenders at all. However, you have to realize that some of those people who are who are qualified,
He was
classified as
peeing
sex
behind a
offenders,
dumpster and got the
well,
wrong judge.
or they were like 17 and had a girlfriend who was 15 and the parents got pissed off.
I mean,
So while
I've seen stuff where like going on what you just said right now, laws
yeah,
was like they date when they're 17 and he turns 18. Like, what do you do?
yeah,
Hmm.
Like, you just
yeah.
break up with your girlfriend you've been with 2
Well,
years? Like,
supposedly, if it's
You
okay
just
with
don't
the
sleep with her.
parents, well, there's a law now that if it's okay with the parents, then it's not statutory or not, whatever. But like,
Okay, he's 20. My daughter's 17, and she's like, I want to sleep with this guy. I'm like, no, not at all.
you must be beside his hospital bed after I put
Yeah,
him
no
there.
shit.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. But I don't want her out there on the street, or my boys are playing basketball. I'm worried about some asshole speeding down the road, and not paying attention to two kids
Well,
in the
they
middle
do
of the
that
road.
in this, yeah, they do that in this neighborhood all the time. We have a Facebook neighborhood app or a Facebook neighborhood page. People are always bitching on that thing, but they're always talking about people speeding down the road, not paying attention to the kids. I mean, there's kids out in the neighborhood. They pull their basketball goal out into the street and they'll play hoops. And while it's annoying as a driver who doesn't have kids, it's like, okay, like I get it, like, they're just being kids and playing.
Yeah,
And we're in a neighborhood. It shouldn't be where we shouldn't be speeding anyways. Where your
Yeah.
speed limit should only be 10 to 15
right.
miles per hour.
Look, trust
Just
me,
like I said.
I hate the smugs that are up the fucking road. They fucking come flying down my fucking little neighborhood. I'm like, it's a fucking cul-de-sac, dude. Where the fuck are you going? There's no other way out. It's one way in, one way out. Like,
Or
where are
those
you
cocksuckers
going?
who won't stop for the fucking bus with the sign and the lights.
Yeah.
I
Well,
see
that's
that one
highly
constantly.
illegal.
It is highly
They
illegal,
can
and they
get
still goddamn do it.
Oh, I love watching those videos on YouTube. You can go where they have the
Yes,
cams. I love watching that shit,
yes,
dude.
I do too. I
Mhm.
get a kick out of it. You just feel like so, like, here, get them.
I got a ticket because I didn't realize, because I was the asshole and I didn't realize it was a school zone. And because there was no signs that I had seen, it was like I don't even know where it was at, but I was following traffic. So I was going the same speed as the traffic was. And the cop pulled me over and he was like, "Why are you going 30 and a 15?" And I was like, "Because I was following traffic and I didn't see like a sign." Anyways, long story short, I went to court and I couldn't believe how many people were going to court because they were ticketed for passing a bus. It
Believe
was
it
crazy.
all the
It's
damn
crazy.
time. I watch them on TikTok like Jacob does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, when you get to that point where you being late for work or something is willing to risk the life of a child, dude, you just need your license taken away, bro. Take a fucking Uber.
I
You
agree.
know,
I agree.
like, you know, but what I did want to touch base on is what we were talking about in the beginning, dude. We were talking about hexes and curses earlier.
Hmm.
We got a little sidetracked, and the
That's what we
reason
do.
I had brought that up, dude, is because of an experience that I had personally. You
You
know,
got cursed?
I don't think I got cursed. I mean, probably. I mean, people are cursing me all the time. They're like, "Damn you, being so."
I've cursed him.
Yeah, damn Jacob. But I remember I used to date this one girl, right? And I don't say girl, I'll say woman, whatever you want to say. And we broke up. But the biggest red flag for me was when we got together. She had admitted to me that she would go and get her psychic readings done and her palms read and stuff like that.
Adios, muchacha.
And that was the first.
Really?
That was my mistake.
That's a
Yeah.
red sign.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
if you believe in that stuff, then you and I don't have anything to talk about except
So
for
you have to
arguing about it all
understand.
day.
You have to understand with one thing. I believe that everything comes at a cost. You understand
That's
what I'm
not
saying?
wrong. There's no free lunch.
You know what I'm saying? You don't go seeking without finding. And when you find, you got to understand one thing. There is no when you deal, let's just say when you deal with the devil, there is no equal trade. There is no, oh, I got the better end of the deal. No. You
I
know.
mean, that's all about religion too, whether you believe that like tarot readings and palm readings is the devil, which I mean, I don't, but and a lot of people don't.
But again,
But I do
do you
understand that's
but do you believe that there is a cost for everything? You think you can just go and be
um
like, here, read my future, tell me what I need to
No,
do, and
no.
you just get the free help?
but
Even the genie who
it's not
grants your
even
wish makes
really
it fucked up.
like when they read your future, it's not like they're telling you like you need to go to this place at this time and do this and like you know exactly what they're talking about. It's always so like vague.
Well, I talked about this on Anson in the morning. I went to one, and I was trying to pass the Series 7 to get my broker's license so I could start trading my own stocks, right? And I went to her. My dad went to her, and he paid for me to sit with her too. And I was like, "Am I going to pass this test?" "Oh, you've been studying so hard. Of course you're going to." And I did study hard, and I failed the first time. I failed that test. So the question is, when she said I would pass because I passed the second time, did she mean I would pass the second time and just didn't see that, or is she full of shit and just told me what I wanted to hear in the moment?
You never know, right? That's the beauty of AI, right?
I
How long
guess
has
it is.
AI? How long has AI been around, right?
Dude, I've had to tell my AI to stop kissing my ass.
No, no. What I say by that, what I say by AI is artificial intelligence. What does it say? Artificial, mind reading. Basically, like some people that do we know that it doesn't exist? Do we know that people out there with powers don't exist? And there's been
Right.
studies, dude. You can go into the public records from the FBI where they have these accountings of these humans with unhuman, abilities. And these are
Dude,
all released. They're all public record now. They used to be
CIA Project Gateway. It's a thing where they had people that were trained or trying to be trained to astral travel.
yep. So again, like I
You
said,
know?
if the government believed it or believes it, whatever,
Well,
you know, ergo, but again, these are all public records you can look up on your own time. Um, I will say, going back to what I was talking about, dude, ergo, a red flag for me because again, the law of equivalent exchange, you know, but we started dating and everything was fine. Like I said, everything was good, blah blah blah. It wasn't until we went to split our separate ways that things got a little more hairy. Um, so I left after, I'm one of those people that we get to an argument, we can either talk it out, or that's I'm not dealing with the rest of that. There's no. She had this habit of trying to kick me out of our home, a home that we got together, and it was always whenever she got mad, it was my house, my this, my that.
mm-hmm.
Okay, that's yours. That's fine. That's what you want. So, ergo, get out of my house. Okay. Come back. Hey, sorry, blah, blah, blah. I say, cool. Well, I got tired of it. When I said, next time it happens, I'm done. And sure enough, it happened again, and I left. Simple as that. Packed all my shit and left that same day. You know. But what ended up me leaving, and things were fine for a while. I was just going back because I have a really good way of just pushing everything to the past. But then I found myself frequently thinking about this person more and more and more. And it's almost like, if I could describe the feeling, the moments where I would completely like just forget that, I had feelings for her, she would pop up. Or I'd get a message or I'd get a text. Hey, what are you doing? Want to see you, blah, blah. Can we talk? I gotta give you some stuff. I gotta give you some stuff that you left here. Okay.
So you think she was psychically tuned in to like when she missed you? Like
There
when
was
you were missing
definitely,
her, she knew when to pop up?
dude, and I'll tell you what's crazy because things like that would happen. You know, literally, it's almost like a fish on the line. As soon as you felt that line get too much slack, you reel it back in, and that's what it felt like. And there was days where I would sit there, dude. I remember being in Oklahoma one time. I went to go drop off my daughter at her mother's house, and I'm sitting there, and I can't remember what I was going through. I don't know. Something was on my mind. I was frustrated. I don't know, because of work, or it was just something that I couldn't sleep. I was sitting there, laying there in the living room of my daughter's grandmother's house, and it was just heavy on my mind. Like, this is like 2 o'clock in the morning, Oklahoma time. Mind you, I live in Georgia, and that's where she was at. And again, I can't sleep. There's a lot going on in my mind. And mind you, we've been broken up for months. Months have went by since I've heard from this person. I get a text message on my phone. Are you okay? And I'm like, what? What do you, it's not like, hey, how you been? Are you okay? And I'm like, well, I was like, what made you ask that? She's like, I just felt something. And then, but anyways, like I said, so, and
Were
this
you
was,
okay?
no, I wasn't. I was stressed out. Like I said, I couldn't sleep. There was a lot of stuff on my mind.
Yeah.
But this was months after I had spent so much, like, because we went through this whole phase of back and forth of, like, I was, she would show up and she'd play games with, with me wanting me and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden, no, I don't want you like that, and then, like I said, one day I just cold turkeyed it. I was like done, because it was like I got to the point where I was like, I showed up at her house one time and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I don't. This is not
That's
me.
just you being thirsty, though.
No, no.
And all come
You
to
lower-
find out, guess who it is? Vampire.
No,
right.
no, it's not.
I was just saying, but couldn't that just be your lower compass pointing your way there? Do you know what I mean?
No, dude. Everything was telling me not to.
Really?
Dude, like, it was.
So
Like
then,
I said-
if everything was telling you not to, then was that just a bad decision on your part to follow it?
Yeah. It was. I was literally giving in to whatever the fuck was pulling me towards her. And I'll tell you why. We're gonna go into deeper, because so when I went back, okay,
You went back.
yeah, I didn't go back, but I went back for a visit, and
A visit?
for
Yeah.
for a visit.
yeah,
Yeah.
a visit.
Yeah.
And during the visit, dude, I'll never forget this, because it sticks with me, and it sticks with me now. Everything, the visual of everything. So during the course of this visit, I stare into this person's face, and they're staring back at me. So they're looking up at me. I'm looking down, and her face was not her face.
Those are some good drugs, bro.
No, there was no drugs. Her face was not her face. It was like almost like distorted. Like if you took a layer of somebody else's face and like overlaid it on her face, and those eyes, just big eyes, just looking at me. Dude, I was so freaked out, dude. Like, and that's like the last time I talked to her.
Wouldn't
So
that be
this
some
one
shit
time,
if aliens were on Earth and you actually just happened to hook up with one?
I don't think it was an alien, dude. I don't. I think it was more than that.
think
Like I
Really?
said,
It couldn't be an alien.
A
It has to be a
creature?
demon.
no, I think it was a demon, dude. Like I said, because again, like I said, it took me seeing that to realize that whatever that was feeding off of me. I felt like it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
get that. There are psychic vampire types out there.
And I was not having it, dude. Like I said, and but after that, like I said, after I recognized it, after I saw, and I took that in, I was able to like just break off.
Did you still finish?
No, I left, dude. That's fucking weird.
Were you getting down and then all of a sudden you're like, I gotta go?
No, I just made it an excuse.
Oh shit!
It's just,
I gotta poop.
Jesus.
It's weird, dude. Like I said, it was something else, man. Like I said, hey, if I could show you guys in my mind, if I could replay it on a reel, dude, I would.
Look, I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying that, and I'm not, dude. I just think that like the curse kind of thing, like what we were talking about in the beginning of the show, like my dad was convinced that somebody put a curse on him, and that's why his life was shit. And I'm like, no, your life is shit because you're a miserable prick. You know what I mean? It's like
What
you
if
said
somebody
there's,
did put a curse on him? Like, can you imagine?
well, I mean,
Like,
sure, but you'd almost
be
have to believe
crazy.
it to take effect because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. Now you got like the Moses and the plagues and shit. Maybe that was real. Maybe it was. Maybe there was an actual curse that was put and all these shit came and God was like,
I
locusts for
mean,
you, motherfucker.
look, look,
So
look at,
maybe
look
this
at.
stuff does happen, but I just can't see it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't doubt that what you went through was absolutely traumatic. And maybe you did see something. Like I'm not gonna say it's not there. That's not my business. I don't know what's there and what's not because I wasn't fucking in your shoes. But story when I hear stories like that, it fascinates me because I want to figure out what it really is. Do you know what I mean? Um, but what happened after that though? So you left. Was there any contact at all after that? Did she ever come back
Yeah,
to
yeah, but I ignored. I
you
stopped
just
replying. I stopped replying. I stopped
ghosted?
answering the calls.
Okay.
I've had
Good.
situations where I felt like I'll be sitting here, I'll be like, something's not right. Something is feels off, and I'll like get the like feeling that something's off with a certain somebody, and I'll like reach out to them and ask them if everything's okay, and they'll be like, no, I'm having a really hard time right now, or doing like something's actually they're
So you
going through
have,
something.
it depends on what you know. People, you can call it intuition, you can
Yeah.
call it visions, foresight, whatever. There's so many words, and people get lost in translation nowadays, because everybody's so quick to say, oh, I don't believe in religion, so I don't believe in that. Okay, you don't believe in like you said, you don't believe in intuition, you believe in energies. You don't believe, you know what I'm saying? You don't believe in
Well,
spirits,
I
but you
believe in
believe in energy.
intuition.
But like what I'm trying to say is there's always division when everything is a whole. There's just interpretation that's
Yeah.
different to me. You interpret it a different way.
Hmm.
Like
Whereas some people
religion.
say it's energy, some people say it's chi, some people say it's chakra, some people say it's, what I'm saying, your guardian
God.
angel.
Yeah.
Divine intervention.
Right.
In the end, it's all the same thing. We all experience the same thing. It's just interpretation is different. Okay,
Well, I
so
mean,
instead of focusing on the thing that we all share, instead of dividing everybody.
Hunter
I mean,
S.
it's like
Thompson said.
religion. It's,
Well, Hunter S. Thompson says all whims flow according to the Great Magnet.
Yeah.
You
So,
know what else are you gonna do?
so going back to what Laws was saying about feeling that that gut feeling, do you trust your gut, Anson? Do you
Hundred
believe in?
percent.
See, so you
100%, but
get
it's
that
led me to
feeling?
where I am. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, I've shaken hands with somebody and instantly got the dump chills up my back, you know?
yeah. And some people sit
Absolutely.
there and be like, I was talking to somebody at work and they'll be like, oh, I don't, they went as far as to say is, if my dog don't like you, I don't associate with you.
You know, or that weird thing where it's like, oh, he doesn't like anybody. Why is he liking you? You know, because you're a good human. They can sense that shit. I do believe that there's intuition and I do believe in things like that. What I don't believe in, because we don't understand it, everybody wants to pin it on something else.
Yeah.
You know,
Like is every is
maybe
everything is
maybe you
everything
were
that
just
happens in the world religion? No. Is everything that
no,
happens in the world God? No. You know what I'm saying?
no,
Is everything
or
that happens everything bad that happens in
no,
the world the devil? No. You know what
no.
I'm saying? Like no, it's not. I mean,
But
I think it's a lot easier for people to pin this stuff on these things because nobody wants to be held accountable for their own actions.
are there energies out there like you guys are talking about? 100%. Even an atheist and a skeptic like me, 100%, I believe that there are energies. And what I told you about the story with that
Spicy
picture flying
believes in
off the wall when I
vampires.
got pissed. Shut up. I don't believe in vampires. There was a time when I wanted to believe in vampires.
Now there was a vampire. And she was drinking people's blood back in the day. But it depends. It go your interpretation of what a vampire is. Hollywood vampire.
Right?
You know.
I mean, or is it a psychic? Is it that person that you meet that every time they're in the building, they're so whatever that they just
Mhm.
suck it out of you? You know what I mean? I've
yeah.
met people. I had a boss like that recently. You know, you walk in the fucking door, and the minute you see them, you're just like, my God, I've been working for 14 hours. It feels like I've been here for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's
Like,
how I
what the
feel
fuck?
about work. I walk, dude. I'll go in there. I'm good. I'm ready.
Hmm.
As soon as I step into my building, dude, energy just drained. I'm yawning. I'm like, what the heck? But again, when you look at it and you think about it, think of it as a siphon, dude. When there's so much negativity in the air, dude. I mean, you can't expect to prosper in a place like that, you know. But again, this is something
Right.
that I believe. Like, you are what you attract. You know, like if you were in, or your environment, you know, a product of your environment. If you stay within the negativity, you know, in the confines of a negative environment, then you can't expect anything good. You know what
Well,
I'm
you said
saying?
it. You said it at the beginning. You said nothing comes without a cost.
Yeah.
You reap what you sow. The only thing is what kind of fertilizer you're putting on that seed. If you put good soil, you're gonna get good shit. If you put bad shit, you're gonna get bad shit. You know, it's how you.
Jeff Bezos is a vampire. He's
He
using the
might be.
warehouse. He's the energy vampire. He's using the warehouses to suck the fucking energy out of everybody. It's just so miserable.
He's sitting at home, feet sipping your energy through a
Yeah,
straw.
like,
Delicious,
what is
delicious.
that? Is that Atlanta? Is that Atlanta?
Is that Atlanta?
I can taste the thing.
Tastes like a Canadian processing center. It's Maple.
Oh god, dude. Damn. But yeah, man. Like, I don't know, dude.
I
It's
want to
just
believe in the supernatural, dude. I want to believe in
you want to go. You want to
hexes
go do.
and
You want to go do.
ghosts.
We can go, dude. Like we'll go sign up to
I
be like
did a
priests, dude, and we'll do
I did a ghost
exorcisms.
hunt. I went ghost hunting with the dude. And he had all the tools and the gadgets and the little things and nothing. Nothing.
You think the ghosts are just fucking with you, dude? Like this, we're not gonna mess with this guy. He likes to not
I
believe. We're just not gonna mess with him.
I swear to you right now,
Let
my
him go
wife said that.
crazy.
Dude,
Let him
I
go
swear to you,
crazy.
my wife said that because she came with us and she's like, what if they just don't want to fuck with you right now? As soon as you leave, they're gonna have a fucking party.
Yeah, they're like,
Meters would be going off the charts like this, but no, you're here. They're just like,
you want to know?
it's
You
the
want to know what?
fuzz.
Yeah, this is what they're doing. Like, you know what? You want to know what the real treat here is? Is it as soon as he leaves, as soon as that fucking guy leaves, we're gonna make the fucking walls and the lights go off and everything, and they're gonna tell him about it, and he's gonna be like, "What the fuck? Why?" It's gonna drive him fucking crazy.
He'll come back, nothing, and we'll do it again.
They're just sitting at you like they're sitting at home. They're like go over to your house. They're like, look, he's getting the phone call right now. Look, oh, look how miserable he is. They got a little straw on Spicy's fucking head. Yeah, so there's frustration right there. I like that.
Yeah, the spicy's frustration.
Last
That's what
year
I
we
do.
went to a haunted house in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and I don't remember anything happening either. Like I think like the cabinet's door of a or not the cabinet, like the door of a wardrobe opened, but it was an old house, so if you stepped one place, it could have like opened. I'm not a skeptic at all. I 100% believe, but at the same time nothing we didn't really
So
have any experiences. I smelt things in there that they
Sorry.
said were common.
Jacob had
Like
egg salad.
there was a room where it was called the viewing room, and it was basically like whenever anybody died, they would take that body and put it in there, and they would cover the room in like flowers, and I could like smell like rotten flowers. But I don't know if that's something that they just kind of like
It's the mold.
put in
So, you know, there's a
there,
lot of
or, you know.
fun stories, right? Like I remember
Yeah.
Sam Kinison was. I heard a story where he was at the comedy store, and he was around there one night, you know, after the shows were over, and he was like, I swear to God, there was this dude with a fucking hat and like this 1920 suit standing off to the side of the stage, staring at me. I was just sitting on the stage, taking in. I had a good set that night, right? Place closes. He's kind of there by himself, and he sees this. Well, he goes and he tells Rodney Dangerfield. Like, Rodney, you'll never believe it, man. I saw a fucking ghost in the hat. And Rodney's like, oh yeah, that's Timmy. Everybody sees him. We all know who he is. Don't worry about him, kid. He won't hurt you. What the fuck? Like that kind of stuff gets me.
Yeah.
You know, where you
Now,
hear like that, you're like, maybe they did see something. Like I said, I'm not going to say it's not there. I just don't really believe in it. That's all.
Yeah.
It could be.
now,
Absolutely could
do
be.
you believe that some people are more susceptible to some things and like feelings and different things like that?
100%.
I think
I
so.
think that it's absolutely possible that somebody could be born with their. Dude, it's possible that kids
Do
that
you
are 3
believe
years
like in
old are playing
hypnosis?
shop in. Yes,
Okay, so
I
you
do
understand
believe
like you understand that some people are more susceptible
that
than
can
others.
be. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I believe that maybe people like me can't see the occult because we want to be skeptical. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I want to be skeptical.
I don't think it's
so I
that,
can't see
dude.
it. Maybe I blocked it out.
I think, from me knowing you, you know what I think it is, bro? I think you are very grounded. Like, as far as where my mind tends
He's
to
like,
wander,
what?
you know, even when we used to role play in GTA, right? You were very by the book. You know what I'm saying? You were like, this is I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right. You know, I'm studying. I know the laws. You know, like that's what I mean by grounded. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Okay.
are very much logic. You know, like very much no games. You know, and you got somebody like me that comes in and like, you know, hey man, come on, we're on the run now. You know, like we're find the whole, the city's after us. You know, but I think because you are that type of person, I think it's very it kind of pulls you to one side. If we were to talk about the plane of existence, you are very much in the world of the living. You know.
I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. I would love to see a UFO. I would love to see a ghost. I would shit in my pants, but I would love to see it because I would love to say, guess what? I was wrong, and there the fuck it is, and it's amazing. So many people have ever seen a fucking ghost. Do you know what I'm saying? I would love to see it. I,
Yeah, me in laws are scared and
I welcome it. I welcome it. But I'll be honest with you, I've been more scared laying in my bed at night, having night terrors and sleep paralysis than I have ever in any haunted house or ghost. I've been on so many different ghost tours or ghost investigations where I've gone and done my own hunting or whatever it is. And I have been more scared laying in my bed at night.
You ever play with a Ouija
Terrified.
board?
I
Yes.
did when I was
I
younger.
won't say play.
Yeah.
yeah, but you know what I found out? I was kind of the one pushing it. You know what I mean?
You
Like
had
I
fat
knew
hands
what
as
answer.
a kid, dude. You were a little chubby.
No, but
Dude,
there were
just
like 5 of us playing, right? And I knew I wasn't pushing it, but I knew what answer I wanted, and those were the answers that we would get. They're the answers that we wanted, and they would just somebody was pushing it somehow. And I guess they did a scientific study that there is an actual thing where groups of people can move things like that together. And again, are they feeding off of energies or because
Ooh,
nobody's trying to
like
be trickful,
yeah.
right?
or light as a feather,
If it's
stiff as a
like,
board.
yep, yep.
Did you ever do
Which
that?
I've never played. Have you guys ever done that?
I've done that.
Did you
Nothing
live?
happened.
I didn't have enough
Nothing
No.
hands to do
happened. Or Bloody Mary, like when you're supposed to look in the mirror and say Bloody Mary 13 times. I've done that. Nothing
I've done
happened. I'm
that.
still here.
Yeah.
I've
Nothing
never
came
done
out of
it.
the
I
mirror
don't
and
play with
clawed my
stuff like
face off.
that. I don't
But
play
see,
with stuff like
but you're that guy. That's what you're like. If you turn on that channel, that's going to come into your life. Do you know what I mean? The minute that you open up the ghost door, that's when the ghosts come in. Maybe that's me too. Maybe I really don't want to see the ghosts, so I just pretend that they don't exist and I pretend that they're all fake, and that's me living in my happy little non-ghosty world. Because maybe if I saw one, I would shit my pants.
Maybe. Maybe.
You know?
And I've learned like little to this comment here, like square up with a ghost with my night terrors and my sleep paralysis. It's more demonic than ghost, and it's more. I've learned like things like, okay, I feel like something is watching me or in my room with me, and I'm terrified. And I have to like tell myself like they're gonna watch me no matter whether I want them to or not. So I'm just gonna like
you left your webcam on. That was
let them.
Someone hacked your
Yeah.
webcam.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I wake up and my heart is like literally, I feel like I'm like having a panic attack or my heart's going to jump out of my chest or
I used to have, I used to
seriously
have that.
terrified.
I got a buddy that used to have that, but he found out that it was apnea, and the apnea would affect his dreams because he could never fully fall asleep 100%. So a lot of times, most often, he was in that middle part of like sleep and awake when you have those night terrors or that paralysis. So he would often attribute it at first to whatever. Then they did a sleep study and they're like, dude, you have apnea. You're not sleeping right. I used to take this guy to his appointments in the taxi. He'd tell me all the fuck about it. For the longest time, he thought that he's been hunted by fucking spirits and shit. Turned out he had apnea and could never fully fall asleep, and it was affecting his sleep and his dreams, and he was seeing shit in his room.
Crazy.
Jesus.
You know, so who knows what it is? But maybe then again, but when you're in that half awake, half asleep spot, you do
Oh,
see
these
something. So is
I,
that really there? I saw
I
the dude with the
have
hat, and
livid.
so many people have
Yeah,
seen that dude with the hat. So was he really in my room, Lozzie? Maybe. I don't fucking know.
yeah.
Did y'all hear? Speaking of that, speaking like hearing voices and stuff. Did y'all hear that the new study that confirms like about the schizophrenia?
Oh, that they're actually just hearing their thoughts as words. Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
that. I read that today, as a matter of
yeah,
fact.
me
Thoughts
too.
as words.
Crazy.
What?
So schizophrenics are always saying like they're hearing voices telling
Voices in
them to
there.
do
Yeah.
things.
Mhm.
What schizophrenia actually is, it's thoughts made audible to you. So
So
your
almost
Like
like
you
thoughts
have like a
actually
narrator, like narrating your
so
life or
if
something.
one day you're
okay.
walking down the street and you're like, fucking, I should burn down that KFC, right? You hear a voice in your head saying, you should burn down that KFC. It's your thoughts becoming oddly to
Uh,
you, but you can actually hear them.
So that's the thing. I have this ring, so I can like if I think of something, I can hear the voices in my head. I can hear different accents, you know,
mhm.
but they're not audible. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear them in my ear, but I
Mhm.
can hear them, and I can almost envision hearing them in my mind.
Yeah, I can do
You
that
know,
too. Yeah.
now
You're not, but
there.
you don't think that there's things talking to you,
No, no,
telling you to burn down the KFC.
no, 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 no.
That's
Like
the
I said,
difference. You're not
yeah, but
schizophrenic, though.
but see, the thing is this is like I think if I was a little more like if the line between my reality and that if those voices like were to able like to and I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
how to differentiate, if maybe I couldn't make sense of what was in my brain, you know, I could understand how a schizophrenic could be like
Yeah.
freaking freaked out, you know.
I saw a TikTok that was amazing. And it was some guy that made a video. He says, this is what it's like having schizophrenia, like what you see and what you hear. It
Can
was
you
just,
pull that? Can you pull that video up, Lost? Can you find that?
do you think you could find that, please? Yeah. So he talked
I'd
about what
like to
it's
see
like.
that.
And somebody in the comments said, this is exactly what it's fucking like to have schizophrenia. Like you see shit, you see visions and stuff in front of you, and you just
Yeah,
can't control it.
yeah.
But are you
Have you?
seeing, are you seeing the other side? Are you slipping through the veil, or is your brain just fucking with you?
What do you mean, like as far as like when you start hearing those things? I
When you
think
start
it's.
seeing those visions, and are you actually seeing ghosts flying around? Maybe they're just tuned in differently, and we call them schizophrenic, and they're like
I
the
mean,
most tuned in beings we know.
do you believe that your dog barks in the middle of the night at nothing? You know, like or did he stares at the side of the wall, like when just staring at part of your room and just like growling at nothing? You know, do you
They can
believe it?
see and hear shit and smell shit that we have no idea. You know, if the
See,
cat's staring at the wall, maybe there's a little bug or something behind the wall. Or I mean, that's what I've always thought. I don't think they're staring at ghosts, but maybe
but I
because
mean,
I've heard
but
that too,
again, you
right?
know, but again, you sit there and say if your dog don't trust you, I don't trust. Well, what can he sense?
Right?
I
You
It's
know,
forget
true.
what it's
so
called, but there's this thing where you can't picture something in your brain. Like I can sit here, or maybe one of us can sit here and picture a red apple in your
Yeah.
imagination in your brain, but there are actually people out there that can't picture a red apple, can't
yeah,
picture things in their
yeah,
mind.
There's people that don't have an internal monologue.
yeah.
Like
It's
think to yourself, right?
crazy.
Just don't even say it out loud. Just think to yourself right now, I need to go to the store. You
Oh, I
heard it,
said, "Hey
right?
baby, how's it going?"
Okay, even better, but you
Just kidding.
heard it in your head. Some
Yeah.
people can't hear that. They
Yeah.
see in pictures.
No, see,
They
like,
see the
see,
store, they're like, gotta go to the store.
yeah, you know what? Mine is like when I try to explain stuff to like a vampire and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I'm talking and I'm telling a story, you know, it's happening in my mind as I'm telling you. Like, you know, the reel is on. I can see. It's almost like a production. You know, I
Hmm.
see the different people. I see somebody acting it out. It's like a movie. It's playing, and everything is going in play. There's no pictures. It's like this is real moving. You know, a reel, just a movie in my head of how I'm saying it. You know, and that's how it plays out in my mind. And I try to explain this to you know, my way of thinking is almost chain reaction. You know, the way my brain works, which is sometimes a good thing and a bad thing. I sit there and I look at something and I'm like, all right, if I leave this water here on the desk, all right, I say, ooh, should I leave it there? Because what's going to happen? My dog's going to come. She's going to try to reach for something. She's going to knock it over.
Yep.
I said, then that's going to happen. I'm going to have to clean that spill up. You know, but let me move it over here so that doesn't happen. You know, it's how my brain works. It's a chain reaction. It's like I don't just think of that first step. This is second step, third step. You
I
know,
think we all do that. I do the same thing at night. I'm like, I should probably pick up that water glass because the cat's going to jump up here for treats. It's going to spill on my
not
computer,
everybody
and I
does
can't do
that.
ants in the morning tomorrow.
Not everybody does
Really?
that. Nope.
Because to me, that's normal.
That's the thing. To me, it's normal.
Yeah, I feel like it has something to do with common sense too. Like, like
Yeah.
some people just don't have common sense.
See, I always thought
And
maybe, because I did realize it, but I always thought it came from cooking. You have to do A and then B and then C and then D, but you
But
have to plan ahead,
you
and you
have
have
some
to,
type of training to do that. You know what I'm saying? But then
yeah,
again, not everybody can cook. You know what
or
I'm saying?
multitask.
That part. You
You
know.
know, I want to see this video that Lozzie's got up. What is this here?
I was gonna say something real quick. My brain does that where I'm like, I'll look at something and I'll say I need to move that because if I don't move that, then this is gonna happen. But it's like a speed process through that. Like I know, like I'm thinking that, but I don't go through this. Like I don't sit here and talk to myself in my head like, oh, if I need to move that, if I don't move that, then this is gonna happen and this is gonna happen. It's just
Well, I
like I
mean,
have this speed process of I know I need to move that because of this reason.
but
And
I
I
think
think
me and Jacob are talking in the same. We're having the same conversation as you right now. That whole conversation of the cat's going to jump on my desk, knock over, that happens in a tenth of an eighth of a second. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
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 It's
yeah,
yeah,
just
yeah,
a
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
quick
But then
train.
how many
So,
times is it, you know what I'm saying? How many times does the cat jump up there and you're like, fuck, I knew it. You know, like
Yeah.
it's
and
happened.
I'll tell you one thing. And I say, you know what I think it is? It's I say, boy.
Easy for you to say, man.
Intuition,
Yeah.
you know. And the vampire, I tell you right now, she hates the fact that I'm like this. And a lot of people
See, my wife loves
attribute, well, she thinks I'm an asshole because I always have to be right. And it's not that. It's not that. I know it comes off as that, you know what I'm saying? Like you always
It
got to be
depends on
right.
how you present your correctness. If
And
you're like, I fucking told you so, then you're a dick. You're like,
yeah,
I should have picked this up. It was my fault. Let me
yeah.
clean it up. And you've avoided a whole thing.
You know, and my thing is just very much like, I've been accountable for myself for so long, just myself, you
Yeah.
know. So trying to have other people and involve other people and get them to understand me is a little frustrating. So yeah, I can understand how I come off as, like, fucking, if you listen
You
to
be
me,
with me sometimes when we're
you know,
talking. I'm like, dude,
yeah.
what did I do? I'm your boy.
Yeah. Well,
You
it's
get
not. And
tested.
like I said, it's not.
I do
It's not.
too. I do too.
And it's not that. Like,
No,
Spice does the same thing. Dude, if you
I
just
do
listen
too.
to me, I'm like, all right.
Dude,
Hey.
ask these motherfuckers today before the show. My wife came home and brought me some cigarettes. I was out of cigarettes and I didn't have time to go to the store today. I was kind of a little bitch before we started the show,
Yeah,
It's
and,
true. We can all have our moments. I do want to see this video though. I really want to see it.
I don't know what this
Having
one is, to be
hallucinations
honest.
in
I
my
just
home
found it.
office.
I don't know which one you're talking about, so I'm just gonna play this one.
Can you put into TikTok what it's like to have schizophrenia? Let's see this. He's talking to a hallucination.
I've actually worked with
just-
somebody with schizophrenia.
Is he a podcaster? Looks like he's got a mic and a
Come in and
computer
sit
set up.
down then.
Green screen.
He's got lightings. He might be a streamer.
Yeah. Just going through
Turn on lights.
Okay, turning on MIWW
Our house smells
118.
schizophrenia.
See, is he schizophrenic?
No.
So this is real here. What I've seen, I don't know if this guy is real, but they do this.
Go away.
I had
See, he can hear the
there's a
voices.
guy I worked with. He was schizophrenic, diagnosed, and he would see and hear things and see people, and he would say all the time, I was like, well, how do you? He's like, I take my phone out and I look in the camera and I put it on myself and I look where I'm looking, and if there's nothing there, then I know it's not real.
That's actually a nice little cheat code.
So that's how he
Right?
knows, and that's how he would help himself stay grounded.
That's that's a good idea.
And but and then he would because there are times that he would go to the bathroom and he like, I gotta go, the voices are bad, and he'd go to the bathroom and just chill out.
Sometimes you have to learn your own little like cheat codes in life because you
It's
can't
the second
get,
one. There's the one in the middle.
because you can't get prescriptions for the things that you need. So like for example,
Wait.
I have ADHD and I've had to learn little cheat codes for how to handle my ADHD when it gets
I still
really
don't know how to
bad.
handle my ADHD.
Scroll down just a little bit to the next line, the second line. It's the one right there on the left
The tree.
This one?
with the tree. Watch this, guys.
Schizophrenia simulator. What my daily life is like.
So loud. Maybe if I turn it down.
I think the volume. to
What?
the
They
right
can't
over
turn
there.
it down on their heads.
Little volume down.
Look at this.
Julie, that's really cool. Look at the water. Hey, get out of here. That's not for my seeds. Hello, little squirrel.
See the face in the left?
Nice friend. Oh, it's such a beautiful day. What's so beautiful about it? Watch out. Oh, this is my boyfriend. You don't know that it's gonna be don't listen to him.
I used to know this guy in high school. He was a really good friend of my brother's. He had schizophrenia, and he was such an amazing artist. He drew things that he saw all the time.
Well, I guarantee you that guy drew those tattoos he's got. But can you imagine your daily life seeing that shit as you're walking down the street or doing stuff? Like,
Not me. Trust me. I got enough voices in my head. But yeah, man. Like I said, it's things that we don't understand. Like, I mean, ADHD
Did we have-
is my thing. Like I try to concentrate on something. You guys know you tried to get me
That's
to
why I
focus on
smoke weed.
something.
why do you
know?
think I smoke so much pot? It keeps my brain on
I
a one
can't, dude.
track.
I can't. I get sleepy.
I know,
I'm
well, your
like-
job won't let you to.
Well, I mean, if I could, and I still wouldn't, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I'll do it around my friends and stuff, but weed for me makes me overanalyze.
Me too.
Yeah. What
Like
it's
I'm
supposed to be.
overanalyzing everything.
I don't like the way it makes me feel at all.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have a good time, but again, the only thing that can make me chill out, I have to watch. I gotta watch a stand-up comedy. I gotta watch cartoons. Like I can't watch a movie. I can't be in my own head because I'm overanalyzing everything. I'm going down the rabbit hole. And that's not a good feeling for me.
Yeah, but
Music-
even if
music
you
works.
watch something like being someone who has ADHD, it doesn't, like for me, that doesn't even work. If I sit here and watch something, all I'm going to do is that's going to cause me to think about things too, and I'm going to overanalyze different things, or I'm going to overthink, or I'm going to it's just.
But that's
like,
why I said the specific things. Like I said,
Oh.
cartoons. That's why I said stand-up comedy. I can't watch a movie. If I watch a movie, I'm focusing on the background. I'm focusing on the visual effects. I'm focusing on the dummies, the stunt actors. You know what I'm saying? I'm focusing on the backstory. I'm listening to the radio chatter that's in the background, listening to what they say. Like all
You
that
remember the
stuff.
cartoon show Cow and Chicken?
Yeah. Come on, who doesn't know cow? Come on.
Whatever you do, don't watch
You are
Cow
my
and Chicken.
dog.
Whatever you do, don't watch Cow and Chicken when you're on mushrooms.
Oh, jeez, that's like watching Ren
It
and
was the
Stimpy.
worst fucking night of my life.
Like
dude.
watching Ren and Stimpy on fucking mushrooms, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, you can't do that either. Don't do that. What was the last? We had a video that we were saving for the end of the show. What do we got?
It was Law's
Oh,
video,
the
wasn't
cat video.
Jumped over the
Yeah, we got we went like 40 minutes over tonight.
it? Yeah, we did.
We had a lot to
Shut your
talk about
mouth.
though. This is a
Shut
great
your
show.
mouth, Anson.
Shut up. I want to see the cat. I want to see the judge cat. While Lazzie's pulling it up, once again, I don't know if it's me or if there is a universal thing out there, but you know what the best part about it is not knowing. It's kind of fun to have the mystery, because if I knew, then it would take the fun out of it. Do you know what I mean?
I can understand that, dude. I can understand. I think for me,
You know?
the takeaway is today was big on the AI thing. Guys, as we proceed into more of the future, do your research. That is the best thing I can tell you. Before you go commenting, before you go sharing something, believing in something, do your research. Do your own research. We live in an age where research and information is at a fingertip, at a click away, and it doesn't cost anything for you to simply do a damn Google search. You know how many idiots I see, and I'm sorry if you're one of those idiots, but damn it, somebody's got to tell you that will go and they'll see a video and automatically they're in the fucking comments, they're believing, they're choosing sides, and I'm like, you don't even know
How
What the
fucking
hell
hard
are
is
you
it to
talking
spend a minute, 60 fucking seconds to look up 2 different news sources to see if, and not the same source, to see if what you're hearing is correct?
You want to know something crazy?
We're
So
too lazy.
on most phones, right? Most phones nowadays, all you got to do, and I use this at work, I find something, right? And I say, what the fuck is this? I don't know what it is. There's my little home button right here by my pinky right in the middle, the square. So if I do this, if I take it on this picture and I hold it, it goes into that little rainbow mode. And then I can circle what I want, and look what it's in the bottom. It pops up.
Yep. Can you
What
do
it
that with
is-
news and stuff too?
I can do that with news. You can do that with pictures. You can do that with. Let's say Spicy's got a hat I want, or them sunglasses, or that shirt he's wearing. I want it. I just snap a picture of it, and it'll pull that shirt up right there.
Are you talking
Right
about
on.
Chat GPT?
No, this is built in your phone. This is like an AI on your phone.
Oh,
know,
I mean,
it's
Chat
like a
GPT
search.
does the same thing.
But
for
same
you,
thing.
too.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying with the advancement that with the technology that we have now, do your research, guys. Don't be an idiot. Don't be a smut. Stop believing everything you see on the internet, especially nowadays. Okay? Do your research. That way you don't seem like an idiot. That way you're not a sheep. Nobody wants to be a sheep, okay? Because you're going to end up
saw
on
a thing-
Spicy's plate.
Right? Nah, I don't like lamb. I saw a thing where 30% of Americans are now getting their news from TikTok.
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Really?
I will say this.
But you can't trust the mainstream, so where are you
on
gonna
the
go? You go to
ladder, on the ladder, what are you going to do? You
go to the
CNN,
fucking
you know?
people.
You know?
You know? You got to go to the people. If the people can hold you, I mean, look at the marches that we.
I'll say
We're trying
this.
to
You know
hold
what I'm
people
saying?
accountable.
I'll say this. Right now in the news, you don't see anything. You know how much information are you getting from Palestine? You know, Israel. You know, how much do you see versus how much
I got a lot,
see
actually.
versus how much I see, which is none.
You don't get any.
None.
But
Like,
see,
I have to go and look for it. You know what I'm saying?
My stream is mostly politics.
So,
This is I love it.
but this was what I'm talking about. Back in the day, the news covered everything.
It did.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We would know what was going on across in the world. But now everything is just in your face about what's happening to you, like you're right there in
Yeah.
your bubble.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's very dangerous, especially in the times that we live in now. You know, unless you are actively, guys, and I'll say this, and this last thing I'll say, you have to lead yourself, your family. If you're the leader in your family, you have to make those decisions, and you have to choose what information you are bringing in, because it's not going to come to you. We have reached a point in time where it is not going to come to you. Everything is built on algorithms. Everything is built on, advertisements for you specifically. They're going to
By
sell
the way,
you
guys, like,
something.
follow, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment.
Hey, you know,
Helps the algorithm.
you know, let's see. You know what I'm saying? Drop the QR code up there. You know, send us some money.
Send us some money, motherfuckers.
Send us some money, dude.
All right, let's see this video, then we got to get out of here because I've been having to pee for like the last 20 minutes.
Hey man, you pee on yourself like a real man.
Shut up.
This is sponsored by Depends for Men.
Now I'm going to get ads for Depends. Thanks. Check this out.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video
Really
settings. You might want to.
I'm trying to. Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
Yeah.
I can see that.
This guy.
I think if you click the up arrow next to this.
Look at the eyes and I love the eyes and the face is so expressive.
So funny.
Oh, that's my favorite shit. I love that so much.
I can
You know
hear
what
you.
the funny thing is? We're watching a recorded thing, but look what it says. Recording of this hearing or live stream is prohibited. So who fucking recorded it? Who's going to jail? Who gets the $500 fine and up to 180 days in jail? Is it the cat?
We
So
do, yeah,
speaking
no
of
shit.
strange things, I was telling you guys earlier in the show, and then you brought it up something similar. We talk about intuition and things like that. I sent that video to my friend Jessica, and she was wearing
me,
the T-shirt
Jessica.
of this meme on her shirt. And she was like, did we just read each other's minds? Like, how did you know?
Isn't that crazy how that happens?
That's so
It's the
crazy.
energies.
She's
You ever-
like,
you
I
ever-
don't ever wear this t-shirt. I haven't worn this t-shirt in like forever. And today I just decided to wear it.
The day you send her the meme.
Spicy, what did we talk about in the last episode, Dad? Dude, about everything that has led us to this point.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And everything just kind of falls in place.
Yeah.
You know, but have you ever been there? Have you ever had this moment where you're thinking of a song and somebody sings it?
No,
Yeah.
I've done better. I've heard the song. I've heard a song like I'm listening to like Billy Joel Piano Man, right? And as the song's fading out, I'm like, "Ooh, Toto Africa would be great." Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
That happens. That happens more than I know. It actually does.
Right?
So what I've attuned that to is maybe the delay in frequencies between our brains and the radio, because it only happens a split second before the song comes on. What if our brains are tuned to pick up these radio frequencies at some point before it hits our radio's antennas, transforms into the car radio, and comes out into our ears?
Or
As
you're
we
just
officially
listening
reached the
to
point in
another
the show where
read.
Spicy goes off on a tangent about radio
Yeah.
waves and the government. Let's get out
Or
of here.
I'm gonna
just-
build a fucking tinfoil hat just for
Or
you
you're
guys.
just listening to the same repeat radio broadcast that they did yesterday at the same time.
Now mine
So,
happens, but mine
That's
happens.
illegal. You have to if you're gonna do that, you have to play the playlist backwards.
Wow.
You
So
can't play
mine
the same
happens,
thing.
but mine happens on my playlist from my phone, like on shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that, and I'll be like, man, you know what I want to hear next? Or I'll hear the song come next, and then it pops up. I was like, what? You know, but again, you don't. It just comes natural. You just think about it. It's like, oh, you know.
Yeah. Ooh, Uptown Girl.
Or maybe
that's a
Big
good one.
Brother has found their way into our brains, and now
Do you think there's transmitters in my fillings?
Yeah.
It's in the sunglasses. You wear them bitches all the time.
Ooh,
Did you hear that
speaking of-
Lucille Ball, real quick, found a spy operation because of her fillings?
Damn.
She was driving down the road one night after filming her show. And as she drove by this fucking, like a field or something, she would hear this clicking, like, right? In her fucking head. And it only happened when she drove by these points and she told somebody about it. Well, that person was friends with the FBI, told him about it. They went and looked. It was a Russian listening station that was sending out Morse codes, and her fucking fillings were picking it up as she was passing there every night. She uncovered a spy operation.
That's
back in the
fucking
50s.
wild.
Isn't it crazy? That's a true story too.
They
She-
stopped
I
using, that's
saw a
why they
video of
stopped
her
using
telling
lead
it.
fillings.
I'm telling you, man. You're silver in me, baby.
They don't want you to find out that the government's your fucking teeth will be chattering all over your house.
No shit.
Did you guys
Oh,
hear
man,
about
what a
that
good-
musician who was doing the skit of making people believe that they had gone through surgery, and he was like, "Have you been through surgery before?" And the guy's like, "Well, yeah." And he's like, "Well, they're tagging people." And he would do some kind of magic trick where he would pull a tag out of people's arms, out of people's like bodies.
Well, it's a magic
Like-
trick, though, right? Like they're not really tagging.
But they
people.
thought it was real.
Oh yeah, David.
Well, I mean, we're speaking of hucksters and shit. I've seen these faith healers that claim to be able to reach into your body and pull out a tumor, and they've got it in their fucking hand.
It's a tumor.
You know, it's sleight of hand. Anybody can do that.
Yeah. But again, dude, like I said, it just comes into test into the play, dude. How long has, AI been around? Whether you want to call it scammers, you know what I'm saying? What did they call them back in the day? Snake oil salesmen. It is, we've been here. We're going to continue to be here where there is always truth, there will be deception. Again, guys, and then like I said, the only real defense is you. You are the only defense for you and your friends and your family and your children. Do the research. That's it. That's all I can say, guys. But I can say one more thing, though. I'm fat.
I'm spicy.
Maz.
And this is the Fat and Spicy Show. So, dude,
See.
I think we
I
need
gotta
to get
hand
our
out
palms
candy.
right,
I'm
dude.
gonna-
You think they can read
No,
both
dude.
my palms?
Shut up.
I'm just saying, dude.